You know, I've often been asked about what it takes to be an attractive person. And I'm not talking about the kind of attraction that fades with time, or the kind that only scratches the surface. I'm talking about a deeper, more lasting attraction. The kind that draws people in, that makes them want to be around you, that earns you respect, admiration, and trust. Now, isn't that something worth having? So let's begin by understanding something fundamental. Being an attractive person isn't about the clothes you wear, the car you drive, or even the way you look. Those things can help, sure, but they're only the icing on the cake. Real attraction comes from within. It's about who you are, not just what you have. You see, we live in a world where people are constantly looking for shortcuts. But I've got news for you. There are no shortcuts to being truly attractive. You can't buy it, you can't fake it, and you certainly can't just wish for it. You have to earn it. And you earn it by developing qualities that make you magnetic to others. So, what are these qualities? Let's start with the first one. Self-confidence. Now, I'm not talking about arrogance or pretending to be something you're not. Real self-confidence comes from knowing who you are, knowing your strengths, and being comfortable with your weaknesses. It's about having a quiet assurance that you can handle whatever life throws at you. But where does this self-confidence come from? It comes from competence. And how do you build competence? By doing the work, by putting in the time and effort to get good at what you do. You see, confidence without competence is just bravado. But when you've put in the hours, when you've mastered your craft, that confidence becomes genuine. It's the kind of confidence that doesn't need to be shouted from the rooftops. People can see it, they can feel it, and they're drawn to it. Now let's talk about another quality that makes a person attractive. Kindness. You know, it's easy to overlook kindness in our fast-paced, competitive world. But let me tell you something. Kindness never goes out of style. People remember how you make them feel. And when you're kind, when you genuinely care about others, it shows. It shines through in your words, in your actions, in the way you treat people. And that kind of warmth, that kind of genuine concern for others is incredibly attractive. But here's the catch. You can't fake kindness either. It has to come from a place of sincerity. It has to be real. And that means developing a genuine interest in others, listening to them, understanding their needs, and being willing to help without expecting anything in return. When you're that kind of person, people can't help but be drawn to you. Let's move on to another key quality, integrity. This is a big one, folks. Integrity is about being true to your word, being honest, and doing the right thing even when it's hard. In a world where so many people are willing to cut corners, to take the easy way out, someone with integrity stands out like a beacon. When people know they can trust you, that you're reliable, that you say what you mean and mean what you say, they're naturally attracted to you. Because trust is the foundation of all good relationships, whether in business, friendship, or romance. Now, I want to talk about something that often gets overlooked in discussions about attraction, and that's enthusiasm. You see, enthusiasm is contagious. When you're passionate about what you do, when you're excited about life, people can't help but be drawn to you. It's like a magnet. But again, this has to be genuine. You can't just go around faking enthusiasm. People can spot a phony a mile away. So how do you cultivate real enthusiasm? By finding something you love, something you're passionate about, and pouring yourself into it. Whether it's your work, a hobby, or a cause you believe in, when you're genuinely excited about something, it shows. And that excitement is incredibly attractive. Another important quality is humility. Now, some people might think that humility is the opposite of confidence. But that's not true at all. In fact, The most confident people I know are also the most humble. You see, when you're truly confident in yourself, you don't need to brag or show off. You don't need to put others down to feel good about yourself. True humility comes from recognizing that you don't know everything, that you can always learn from others, and that you're no better or worse than anyone else. People are attracted to humility because it makes you approachable. It makes you relatable. It shows that you're secure enough in yourself to admit when you're wrong, to learn from your mistakes, and to give credit where it's due. And in a world full of egos, that kind of humility is incredibly attractive. Now, let's talk about communication. If there's one skill that will make you more attractive in every area of your life, it's the ability to communicate effectively. And I'm not just talking about being a good talker. Communication is a two-way street. It's about listening as much as it is about speaking. It's about understanding others, expressing yourself clearly, and building rapport. One of the most attractive qualities you can develop is the ability to listen, really listen to others. When you listen, you show that you care, that you're interested in what the other person has to say. And people are naturally drawn to those who make them feel heard and understood. So if you want to be more attractive, work on your listening skills. Pay attention to people, ask questions, and show genuine interest in what they're saying. But communication is also about how you express yourself. It's about being clear, confident, and authentic in your words. It's about saying what you mean and meaning what you say. And it's about being able to connect with people on a deeper level. When you can do that, you become someone people want to be around, someone they respect and admire. Now, let's not forget about the importance of a positive attitude. You know, life isn't always easy. We all face challenges, setbacks, and difficulties. But the way you handle those challenges says a lot about who you are. When you maintain a positive attitude, even in the face of adversity, people are drawn to you. They see that you're resilient, that you don't let life's ups and downs get you down. And that kind of positivity is incredibly attractive. But again, this has to be genuine. You can't just slap a smile on your face and pretend everything's fine when it's not. True positivity comes from within. It comes from having a sense of purpose, from knowing that no matter what happens, you'll find a way to overcome it. And when you have that kind of inner strength, it shows. People can feel it, and they're naturally attracted to it. Now, let's talk about one more quality that's essential for being an attractive person, and that's gratitude. You know, it's easy to take things for granted, to focus on what we don't have instead of appreciating what we do. But when you cultivate an attitude of gratitude, when you're truly thankful for the people and the opportunities in your life, it changes the way you see the world, and it changes the way the world sees you. Gratitude is one of the most attractive qualities a person can have because it radiates positivity. When you're grateful, you're more likely to be kind, generous, and understanding. You're more likely to see the good in others and in yourself. And that kind of energy is incredibly attractive. So, how do you cultivate gratitude? Start by making it a habit. Every day, take a few moments to reflect on the things you're grateful for. It could be something as simple as a beautiful sunset, a kind word from a friend, or the fact that you have the opportunity to pursue your dreams. When you focus on the positive, you attract more positive into your life. And that, my friends, is the essence of being truly attractive. Now, I want you to think about all these qualities we've discussed: self-confidence, kindness, integrity, enthusiasm, humility, communication, positivity, and gratitude. None of these are things you're born with. They're things you can develop, things you can work on every day. And the more you cultivate these qualities, the more attractive you'll become, not just to others, but to yourself. You see, being an attractive person isn't about trying to impress others. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. It's about developing qualities that not only draw people to you, but also make you feel good about who you are. And when you feel good about yourself, when you're confident, kind, and authentic, that's when you truly shine. Now, some of you might be thinking, this all sounds great, but where do I start? Well, let me tell you a little secret. Start where you are. You don't have to be perfect to be attractive. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to be willing to take the first step. Maybe that first step is working on your self-confidence by learning a new skill. Maybe it's practicing kindness by doing something nice for someone else without expecting anything in return. Maybe it's taking the time to really listen to someone today. The point is, you don't have to do it all at once. Just take it one step at a time. Focus on one quality, work on it, and then move on to the next. And before you know it, you'll start to notice a change. Not just in the way others see you, but in the way you see yourself. And let me tell you something. When you start to see yourself as an attractive person, as someone who's worthy of love, respect, and admiration, that's when the real magic happens. Because at the end of the day, the most important person you need to attract is yourself. When you can look in the mirror and genuinely like the person staring back at you, that's when you know you've truly become an attractive person. So go out there and start working on these qualities. Not for anyone else, but for yourself. Because when you become the best version of yourself, the rest will follow. You'll find that people are naturally drawn to you, that opportunities come your way, and that you're living a life that's not just successful, but also meaningful and fulfilling. And isn't that what we all want? To live a life that's full of purpose, full of joy, and full of connection with others? To be someone who others look up to, respect, and want to be around? That's the power of being an attractive person. And it's a power that's within each and every one of us.